Hello everybody, this is Epi one more time here with my friends from Navi. We're sitting in the Commerzbank-Arena in Frankfurt. I got the man Kuro here with me, who's now just spending his time on the VIP lounge, I guess, watching some games. Yesterday, unfortunate games against EG, and I do want to take some time to discuss these games a little bit more in depth. But before, I just met an old friend, Hans from the Dotasource.de forum. And he asked me to ask you how come that puppy, when he goes to his hotel, goes to sleep at night, he goes through the rooms, he said, the hallways, beatboxing all the time. Did you catch some of that? Does he do stuff like that more often?
Well, sometimes we like to sing together. Team spirit, you know, bonding as teammates. We like to sing a little bit, do some beatboxing. It's our way.
Yeah, it just struck me as pretty random, but it's very nice to see that you guys still keep a high spirit, and you guys try to probably just take your lessons from the games, and that's kind of the topic that I wanted to touch upon with you a little bit more in depth. When you play against a team like EG, right now they seem to be absolutely on fire, and you lose 2-0 like in games like this, then I guess you can lose your spirit a bit. What's your way of thinking about just these occurrences, like losses like this?
Well, we have lost quite a lot of games in our careers, so it's not the first time that we go out of a tournament rather early, or even if we lose at later stages. I mean, we've grown with it, so it's something we got used to at this point.
And I guess you talk very highly of EG and their play style in general. So there's obviously a lot of respect going on between the teams, and they just look extremely powerful. From your perspective, as someone who's right now preparing for the most prestigious tournament in the world, can you give us your thoughts on EG and their play style right now?
Well, EG is obviously a very strong team. I can't comment too much on their play style, because if I would totally know what they do, we would probably not lose. But so I'm still trying to figure out, or we are trying to figure out, what exactly are they doing. Generally, what I can say is their play style is very, very teamish. All their movements are connected to their teammates. They create space for each other, and you can see a good foundation of trust between their players. So their teamwork works very nicely. Yeah.
And another team where I feel like this level of trust is very high is IG. When it comes to teamfight execution and pickoffs, they are also very, very strong. And right now, most of the people I ask, they think that it's going to be EG, IG in the grand finals. Right now, we have EG playing against Fnatic. Have you seen any IG games? Do you have any comments on how they are performing?
Well, IG is a very strong team. It's not a surprise to anyone. They've won WPCAs against DK. Generally, IG has always been dangerous. They had a phase when they were a little bit weaker, or weaker in general, but it doesn't matter. They've once won the international, so they have a champion's mentality to begin with. On top of that, they have individual players which are huge. Like, their support players are really, really good, and they open up the game for the whole team. They even win the game, in my opinion. And generally, like you mentioned, their teamwork is very, very special and very good.
All right. As I would like to talk about the International 4 just a tiny bit, and one thing that the question that comes to mind is, if I try to put myself in your guys' position, it seems to be that you're going to this huge tournament, and last year you've again made it to the grand finals, and that's of course pressure that you guys have to deal with in general. But do you, when you go to the international, think about going there connected with like a traumatic event like the grand final last time, or is that something that's been completely just worked off?
Well, it doesn't matter what happened last time. Every international or every tournament is a new tournament. Every day is a new day. We can't clinch to past events, especially in competition. We'll go there and try to play our best in this tournament. And that's about it.
Is there any, when it comes to the team Navi right now, how would you comment on the chemistry between the players? Is there any bitterness? Do you guys have issues dealing with the losses if you discuss them after matches?
Not really. I think overall our team has been doing good. We have shaped up quite a bit. We had a phase where we couldn't win any team, even if we wanted to, but now we're slowly regaining our strength, and I think we're on a good way.
All right, and last but not least, since this is a very huge event for Germany, it's the first time that we're filling a soccer stadium with just a lot of Dota 2 fans. There's been a lot of media attention. You've had some interviews with some. I just saw at ZDF yesterday. It's a very big broadcaster here. What kind of media coverage has there been with you guys that you know of, except for that one?
Well, I don't know about my teammates. I've done interviews with all people that asked me pretty much. I had to decline some because of the tight schedule. The sites that interviewed me will be published, so feel free to watch it. I hope you will enjoy it.
Sorry, I messed up that question, but what I wanted to ask was, what do you think, what was your impression of how the media is trying to portray esports? That's kind of, is it positive, is it negative? What was your impression?
Well, the way they interviewed me was, in my opinion, very, very well done, especially for people who haven't been into the scene. Because, I mean, in order to make a good interview, you have to be an established person in the scene itself, but they're just outsiders, and they're professionals. They did the work very professional. In the end, I don't know how they will portray it when they start sending the interview online. Like, I don't know what kind of comments they're gonna add or whatever. I don't care. It's their business. So yeah.
All right. I wish you best of luck in preparations. I hope that we're going to see the same type of Navi that we've seen in the past, and I'm sure we will. And thank you for the interview, man.
Thank you, and you won't see the same Navi. You're gonna see a new Navi. Thank you very much.
All right.